Scorpio, you are about to fall back in shock. A divine shift is about to pour so much money into your life, your wallet won't be able to hold it. And the person who tried to stop your blessings, yes, that one is about to face the karma they thought they could avoid. This message found you for a reason. You didn't land on this video by chance. You were led here by a deeper pull of destiny, by the whispers of divine guidance, by the energy of a new beginning that has been waiting patiently for your permission to enter. What if I told you that while you were picking yourself back up from that dark moment, the universe was preparing a stunning reversal in your favor? And that everything you've lost, be it money, dignity, property, time, or opportunity, is now being returned to you with divine interest. Scorpio, you haven't just survived the shadow. You've walked through it with grace. And now, the light is calling you forward. Because when karma comes full circle, it doesn't just restore. It multiplies. And for you, this next season isn't about revenge. It's about reward. Maybe you've been seeing repeating numbers like 444, or you've felt an invisible weight trailing behind you, like someone has been projecting negativity, or even trying to energetically block your flow. Perhaps you've been waking up at 3:33 a.m. with a heavy heart, sensing something is shifting but unable to name it. That's not your imagination. That's confirmation. Let this video be your sacred reminder. What was taken from you without justice is being returned through divine justice. This is more than a reading. This is a spiritual download. A prophetic alignment. A soul reminder that your abundance was never truly lost, only delayed until the appointed hour. And Scorpio, that hour is now. The doors that closed on you before are cracking open. And through them pours not only a flood of financial blessings, but the evidence of divine intervention. You're not just about to receive. You're about to become a testimony. So before we go any further, I urge you to anchor this message. Pause. Take a deep breath. And if something within you is rising, if something in your chest is vibrating with resonance, then type this in the comments below. I receive what's mine. I claim the return of what was lost. I welcome the miracle. Say it. Declare it. Type it. Because your words have power. And this moment is not just entertainment. This is energetic alignment in real time. Let me take a moment now to thank you deeply for being here. Your presence, your energy, and your intention matter. Every like, every comment, every subscribe you offer doesn't just support this channel, it strengthens our spiritual family. It helps us keep delivering messages that heal, awaken, and transform. And trust me, Scorpio, you're going to want to stay with me all the way to the end of today's video. Because what the universe is about to reveal is beyond anything you've seen coming. Now tell me, dear Scorpio, what has pulled you here today? What in your spirit needed this message right now? Let's find out together. Scorpio, this is where we begin to truly peel back the layers. This part of your reading doesn't just speak about what happened, it illuminates why it happened and, more importantly, what it means for your soul's growth. You see, the cards that appeared: death, the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, Justice, and the Ten of Swords are not just random moments in a shuffled deck. They are chapters in your sacred narrative, a mirror reflecting both your wounds and your resurrection. Each card is a symbol not of destruction, but of divine redirection. The chaos was never the end, it was the clearing. Let's talk about that period of emptiness, of emotional or financial depletion. The season where you may have cried in silence, worn a brave face, and told yourself to keep going when every fiber of your being just wanted to rest. These were not moments of weakness. They were spiritual soil, loosening you from attachments that no longer served your highest self. That emptiness created space. And now, something greater is being planted there. But what makes this phase particularly complex and painful is that the darkness wasn't always random. Someone contributed to your downfall. Maybe subtly, maybe deliberately. Perhaps it was someone you trusted, a friend turned foe, a lover turned saboteur, a colleague whose jealousy cast silent shadows over your light. Sometimes the ones who sit closest to our fire are the ones who steal warmth when we need it most. And it wasn't just about what they did, it was how their actions made you question your worth, your clarity, your intuition. But karma has no favorites, and the universe keeps immaculate records. The moment they tried to hijack your peace, they wrote a contract with consequence. That contract is now being fulfilled not by your hands, but by the natural laws that govern balance. Just as night cannot hold back the dawn, injustice cannot escape justice. Their reckoning is not your responsibility. Your only task is to rise. The tower appears not to punish, but to liberate. What once felt like betrayal is now being exposed for what it was, a forced exit of energy that did not belong in the next chapter of your life. And justice arrives not with fury, but with clarity. It reminds you that restoration is not always loud or immediate, but it is always precise. And when it comes in ways that cannot be ignored. This is the point where we must return to faith not in others, but in divine order. In the stillness between the breaking and the blessing, you are being fortified. And this is where we connect deeply to the wisdom found in Scripture. He restores my soul, it says in Psalm 23. That restoration isn't just spiritual, it's holistic. Emotional. Material. Cosmic. You're not just being lifted, you're being placed where you always belonged. This isn't about revenge. This is about release. It's about letting the wheel of justice turn without your interference and focusing your energy on where you're going, not who hurt you. You are not here to carry the weight of what they did. You are here to carry the light of what's coming. So if you feel the pull to speak this into existence, declare it in the comments. Say, I choose the light and the justice of divine order. Say it not to fight the past, but to bless your future. Because Scorpio, you didn't come this far to stay small. You came to rise. And what you lost is nothing compared to what's about to pour into your life. Let it come. Let karma speak. Let your peace return. When Jupiter transits through the second house of your birth chart, it doesn't simply bring prosperity, it reactivates a sacred promise. In the case of Scorpio, this promise often comes after silence, after surrender, after choosing not to fight dirty even when someone took what was rightfully yours. This phase marks a profound return, not just of money or missed opportunities, but of personal power. The second house governs finances, values, and self-worth. When a benefic planet like Jupiter occupies this house, it opens a portal for the energy of multiplication. But the key here is that this multiplication is not arbitrary, it responds to what has been withheld, buried, or wrongfully taken. If you've ever felt like something was snatched away from you, an inheritance you didn't know you were entitled to, a financial opportunity you were overlooked for, a payout that mysteriously got delayed. This is the moment where the tables turn. But you didn't chase. You didn't beg. You stood still. And there's a quiet kind of bravery in that. Because choosing silence while others scheme is a spiritual act of trust in the greater order of things. And now, that trust is about to pay you back with interest. Think of a tree that was cut back in winter. On the surface, it looked lifeless, maybe even dead. But underneath, the roots were stretching, strengthening, preparing to send nutrients upward when spring finally came. That spring is now, Scorpio. And the fruits of everything you sowed, your integrity, your discipline, your unspoken prayers, are ready to ripen. Jupiter in the second house magnifies what you believe you deserve. So if you've been working to rebuild your sense of worth after betrayal, if you've been affirming your abundance even in moments of lack, if you've been trusting the process when you had no evidence it was working, then what's about to arrive is not just money, it's a reflection of your healing. This kind of financial blessing doesn't just drop into your lap for no reason. It flows into the space you've cleared. It lands in hands that are no longer clenched in fear, but open in readiness. And it often arrives wrapped in surprise, a message you weren't expecting, a check you forgot about, a contract that gets revived, a door that was previously shut now swinging wide open. But the moment it shows up, you'll know. Your spirit will recognize it as something that always had your name on it. What's beautiful about this moment is that it's not about revenge. It's not about proving anything. It's about remembering who you are and what's always been yours. Sometimes, the most powerful victories are the ones where no one else sees the battle, only the reward. That's what makes this next season so sacred. The abundance pouring in is not compensation. It's confirmation. So if your soul is whispering, yes, as you hear this, let it rise. Say it aloud. Type it into the world. Anchor it in the comments below. I have sown light, now I reap gold. Let that declaration be your invitation to receive. You are not hoping anymore. You are harvesting. And this time, Scorpio, your hands will not come back empty. They will overflow. And you will no longer wonder if the universe remembers you. You will know, without a shadow of a doubt, that it does. When the Ace of Cups appears alongside the Ten of Pentacles, it speaks not just of love and prosperity, but of soul convergence, two paths once wounded now aligning in divine timing. This is not about fairy tale romance or surface level attraction. This is a union born of depth, of experience, of mirrored resilience. You, Scorpio, have walked through storms. You have tasted betrayal, silence, and the ache of loneliness that no one else could soothe. And yet, here you are, more whole than broken, more open than bitter, more ready than you realize. That readiness is everything. Because what's coming toward you isn't a repeat of the past. It's the reward for how you handled the past. The person entering your life is not arriving to complete you, but to co-create with you. They, too, have learned how to sit with their shadows. They, too, know what it feels like to lose something they thought was forever. And it's that shared understanding that will create a love that feels safe, soul deep, and anchored in truth. Astrologically, this kind of connection often aligns with transits to the 7th or 8th house, or a triggering of Venus and Jupiter placements in synastry. These alignments activate both emotional intimacy and joint abundance. This isn't just about falling in love. It's about building a life together, investing, creating shared wealth, maybe even building a business or owning property together. The Ten of Pentacles is legacy energy. It doesn't show up for flings. It appears when something long-term is forming, something that not only blesses you, but also your lineage and future. And what's even more powerful is how this love enhances, not replaces, your individual journey. You remain sovereign. You continue to grow. But now, you do it with someone who mirrors your strength, who adds oxygen to your fire, and who sees your scars as sacred maps, not signs of weakness. The colors connected to this phase are more than aesthetic, they are vibrational tools. Gold light activates the solar plexus, reminding you that you are worthy of wealth and capable of sustaining it. Wine red taps into the lower chakras, helping you ground your desire into action and manifest passion into reality. Pearl white forms a gentle armor around your energy field, keeping you centered and sovereign, even in the thrill of new connection. Consider wearing or meditating with these colors as a way to align energetically with what's arriving. And if you've been feeling skeptical if the word love makes you flinch more than it excites you, I want you to know that hesitation is not resistance. It's reverence. It means your soul remembers how much it gave before. And that's okay. This time, you'll be met with equal energy. This time, you'll be received, not used. This time, the love will feel like exhale, not effort. Let this be your permission to believe again, not blindly, but boldly. Love isn't always loud when it arrives. Sometimes it shows up in quiet decisions, steady communication, and small moments that build trust over time. But rest assured, this love will change your life. Not because you need it, but because you're ready to grow alongside it. If your heart feels even a flicker of yes, speak it aloud. Anchor it with your voice. Claim it with your will. And if you're called, write in the comments, I open my heart to divine love and sacred abundance. Let it be your signal to the universe that you're no longer resisting what wants to bless you. Let it be the first step in letting love in, love that builds, love that heals, love that stays. Scorpio, if you've been sensing that something or someone is pulling you toward unfamiliar territory, it's not your imagination. That subtle nudge to say yes to an invitation, to step outside your usual rhythm, or to explore a new place is more than curiosity. It's a calling. When the chariot and the wheel of fortune appear together, they don't just suggest movement, they indicate a destined encounter, a moment of alignment where your free will intersects with divine orchestration. Something is unfolding behind the scenes, and it needs you to move in order for it to be revealed. This next step may come in the form of a trip, an event, or a last-minute change of plans. It might seem small at first, a gathering you're hesitant to attend, a travel opportunity that disrupts your schedule, a conversation that starts casually but quickly opens a deeper doorway. What you must understand is that movement is the language of transformation. When you change your environment, you shift your energetic field. You activate new timelines. And when you step out of your comfort zone, you make room for what has been waiting to find you. Astrologically, this transit reflects a turning point, especially if it activates your 9th house, journeys, spiritual expansion, or your 10th, public life, reputation, destiny. There are cosmic coordinates guiding you toward an encounter that cannot happen unless you go. This is the magic of the chariot. It demands movement, but also discipline. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are being led. And the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that what appears random is anything but. The wheel turns when we are ready, not when we are perfect. There's also a deeper metaphor at play here. You are being moved not only across geography, but across identity. Every step you take toward the unknown is also a step into a more expanded version of yourself. You are not just going somewhere, you are becoming someone. And often, the places that scare us the most hold the answers we've been seeking the longest. You might meet someone during this journey who sees you clearly, who speaks to the part of you you've long silenced. You might receive news that shifts your financial trajectory. You might simply stand under a night sky in a new city and feel a peace you haven't felt in years. Whatever form it takes, this experience will mark a turning point. You will look back and say, that was the moment everything changed. This is the essence of energetic alignment. When we say yes to what stretches us, we send a signal to the universe that we are ready. Not just to receive, but to evolve. This journey may not be about reaching a destination, it may be about shedding who you were, so that you can welcome who you're meant to become. So if a door opens, walk through it. If an invitation comes, accept it. If your heart flutters at the thought of change, honor that. The discomfort you feel is not a warning, it's a whisper from your future self, urging you forward. If you feel this message in your spirit, declare it now. Say it aloud or write it in the comments below. I am ready to step out of my comfort zone to meet my destiny. Let those words carry you into the unknown with faith, with clarity, and with the knowing that what awaits you is greater than anything you're leaving behind. You are not running away. You are being called forward. And when you answer, everything begins to shift. There comes a moment in every soul's journey where hesitation no longer serves. Scorpio, you've carried a vision, an idea, a project, a possibility for far too long to keep it dormant any longer. That small seed inside you, that creative nudge you've been circling around in silence, isn't just an idea. It's a whisper from your higher self. And now, as the sun aligns with the Nine of Pentacles, the message is unmistakably clear. It is time to begin. Not because everything is perfect, not because you're fully prepared, but because the energy is ripe. The wheel is already turning. The soil is ready. And you, my dear Scorpio, are the gardener of this harvest. The sun represents vitality, clarity, and breakthrough. It is not a subtle nudge, it's a radiant call to action. When this card shines over your reading, it dissolves self-doubt and brings light to the path that may have once felt uncertain. Pairing it with the Nine of Pentacles, a card of self-sufficiency, financial independence, and tangible reward, tells a clear story. Your gift, when acted upon, has the power to change your material world. But it will not happen while the idea remains in your head. The transformation only begins once the seed is planted. This moment is not asking you to launch something huge or reckless. In fact, it's the small steps that now hold the most power. A modest investment. A conversation with someone you trust. The purchase of a tool or resource you need to take the first leap. You're not being asked to conquer an empire overnight, you're being invited to claim your next level of freedom. Because Nine of Pentacles energy is about earned reward. This is not lottery luck. This is the kind of success that blooms because you finally decided to trust your own timing. In astrology, this moment echoes the essence of a solar return, the start of a new energetic year, a rebirth of intention. And in the zodiac, Scorpio is the sign of transformation through truth. So the question you must now ask yourself is, are you ready to live the truth of your potential? Are you willing to stop hiding your brilliance behind perfectionism or procrastination? The sun does not wait for permission to rise. It simply knows that light belongs in the world. And so does your vision. Energetically, this window is an open portal. The frequency is fertile. Manifestation flows more quickly when it's paired with aligned action. If you take even one step today, yes, today you will see ripple effects far greater than you expected. Whether it's the launch of a side hustle, the opening of a creative outlet, or even the restructuring of how you earn and save, your willingness to act is the ignition switch. It tells the universe, I'm ready now. Not later. Not someday. Now. And what's even more important to remember is this: abundance is not just about money. It's about the feeling of waking up excited to build something that is yours. It's the peace that comes from knowing you are moving forward, not just thinking about moving forward. It's the inner glow that replaces anxiety when you align with your purpose. So if you're still asking when the right time is to begin, take this moment as your sign. Let this be the day you remember what your soul came here to create. And if your heart says yes, speak it into existence. Comment below, I am ready to plant my seed of abundance and harvest in this season. Let those words be your commitment to yourself. Your action is your prayer. And your courage is the sunlight that makes the impossible grow. Scorpio, if you've made it to this point in the video, let me take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for staying, for listening with an open heart, and for allowing yourself to feel what's moving beneath the surface of these words. Nothing we've explored together today is random. Every message, every image, every revelation was meant to meet you right here, right now. And if a part of your soul is still trembling with emotion or hope, that's not weakness. That's awakening. You are not here by accident. You are here because something within you already knows that your life is shifting, that the season of lack is ending, and that the hands that once let go are now ready to receive. But receiving is a choice, and so is healing. So is rising. So is becoming. You've heard today that money is rushing in. That karma is returning. That you're being positioned for a miracle. And maybe a part of you is still asking, can this really be for me? Could this be the moment everything turns? My answer is simple. Yes. But only if you allow it. Only if you participate in it. Only if you begin to walk in the direction of your own light. So what would that look like today? Would it mean finally launching the idea you've been sitting on? Would it mean forgiving someone, or yourself, to release what's been weighing you down? Would it mean saying yes to an opportunity, or opening your heart to the love that's been trying to find you? You don't have to know all the steps. You only have to say yes to the first one. You only have to whisper, I'm ready, and let the energy begin to organize itself around that decision. What has been waiting for you is so much bigger than what you've lost. What's rising up to meet you is a future rooted in alignment, not fear. In clarity, not chaos. In truth, not the versions of yourself you've outgrown. So I invite you to carry this message with you not just as inspiration, but as activation. Let this be the moment you stepped into your authority. Let this be the moment you remembered that you were never buried, you were planted. And now, the harvest is coming. What would it feel like to finally let yourself believe again? To trust that the good thing isn't too good to be true, it's just finally on time? Can you give yourself permission to receive it? Can you give yourself permission to rise? I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what was the one sentence or idea in this video that struck your heart the most? What do you feel ready to claim? What part of your soul has finally exhaled? And if you feel this message resonated, help it find others. Like this video not from a but for yourself, as a way of anchoring the energy. Subscribe to the Miracle of the Sign family so you never miss the guidance that's meant for you. Share this video with someone you love, someone who may be silently waiting for the confirmation you just received. And if your heart is still holding space for a final ritual, close your eyes. Place your hand over your chest. Take one deep breath. And whisper to yourself, I welcome my blessing. I am ready for my abundance to overflow. Let today be the day you stopped shrinking and started shining. The day you turned toward the light and remembered it was always within you.